flesh and blood doesn't make you related. She used to tell me a story about the amazing Glaze. Him and your pops was like brothers, but that nigga was crazy.
Hey, hey, good day, good day, good day, good day, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am the real Glaze Gibbs. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, share, support. I was once the problem. Now I'm seeking to do in my rightful age, become part of the solution, man. Today, what I'm going to talk about is my brother, Junah Wilson, a.k.a. Killa, a.k.a. Sty, a.k.a. Rondu. Like, Sty, right now, where he's born, November 6, 1971. And right now, where I met him in Cypress Hill houses, you know, right now, young guy. But right now was when our relationship and our bond started was, 1987? And during that period of time, what happened? I was on trial for murder. And while I was on trial for murder, these young guys push up on him in the Cypress Hill houses. Like, so right now, where he was like in the middle of the project. So these guys was from the A-team side. So they saw him. He had some jewelry on. And these guys try to stick him up for his jewelry. So in the process, he pull out. And he basically right now cut loose. As he cut loose, a few of the guys ran. One guy tripped and fell. When that guy tripped and fell, Sty in front of, I'm talking about a bunch of people, because it's summertime. It's nice outside. So people are sitting on the bench or walking through the project. So during that period of time, you know what? He finished the guy. He wound up eliminating the guy, killing the guy at 16. So you sit back and you think about it, damn, at 16, you catching a murder. But once again, here it is. These guys came to him. It's not like he went to them. They came to him. So what wound up happening, he caught the murder. And I got acquitted. And I can remember coming home and I ran into him. And basically right now, where it's like, you know, we just having a heart-to-heart. And, you know, I'm trying to give him the best advice that I can possibly give him at that time. Because when you love and care about somebody, you want to make sure that they are right. So anyway, I was asking, man, bro, do you have any regret? If you had a chance to do it all over again, what would you have done? He said he would have done the same thing. Because once again, it could have been them or could have been him. Okay, I understood that. And you know what? During that period of time, when you sit back and you look at it, and whenever I saw him, it was always love. You know, because once again, my objective is right now where it's like, if that's your brother, that's your family, you want to make sure they are right. I can remember a situation in 1988 when I went on a run. I went on a run August 11, 1988. I got picked up November 10th of 1988. And I can remember when I got picked up, they had me in Charleston County Jail and fighting the Fed beef. So here it is, while I was fighting the Fed beef, you know what? I didn't have no bail. I didn't have anything. I was trying to get bail. So once again, the way they was taking me to court, how the U.S. Marshal was taking me to court, very little security. So here comes Sty. Yo, bro, listen, I'm coming to get you. What you mean you coming to get me? Yo, I'm coming to get you. I'm going to get you out of there. No. You know what? Let me be. Let me fight this case. I couldn't take that chance. This little brother, because that's the balls. That's the heart. That's him. He want to come get me. But the bottom line is, by you trying to come and get me and saying right now, you get into a shootout. And don't get me wrong. These guys was about to be retired. So they was like older U.S. Marshal escort me back and forth to Charleston County Jail. But once again, you know what? In that process, here it is. What wound up happening? You call yourself trying to get me or whatever, and somebody gets shot. One of the marshals gets shot, killed. You get shot and killed. I get shot and killed. Automatically, I'm in a worse predicament than I started. So once again, like I try to explain to them, nah, man, leave that one alone or whatever. Long story short, went away doing my time. I used to talk to Sty. And even right now, when I used to talk to him on the phone, man, this cat used to get on the phone going like that Queen song. Do-doom, doom, doom. Another one bite the dust. I'm like, come on, bro. You know I'm in. You know how I made a deal. Like, I used to have to hang up on him Because once again, I didn't want him to get caught up into what I was already caught up into. And as time went on, well, he got shot, right now, almost died. He survived that. But once again, he was like terror on wheel. If he had a problem, he made sure he took care of it. If these cats that was out there fronting, trying to be tough or whatever, nah, he wasn't having it. Anytime he see these weak individual, guess what? He made them pay. Just so happened when I got the news. I got the news during June of 1994. And it was during the time that O.J. Simpson case happened. That's how I remember the date. Because once again, like when he was accused of killing his wife, Nicole, and Ron Goldman, that was during the time that Sty was up in the Bronx, him and this young lady, and the guys that he knew. They shot him, tortured him, killed him. They shot and tortured the girl. But only thing different, she played dead. So while she played dead, that's the only reason she's alive today. And when you sit back and look at it, man, my brother died at 23 years old. But with it at 23 years old, he went through hell. And when you sit back and you look at it, that's no way for a kid going into young adult to live. And you know what, folks? Listen, he was on a run for like 7 years before he died. And like I say right now, Wiz, man, there's no shortcut in life. And I was a bad example for him because once again, man, if I was a good example or whatever, he would not have been getting caught up into that type of lifestyle. But when you out there, fast money, you moving at 1,000,000 miles per hour, you're not thinking about the future. Only thing you thinking and only thing you got your mindset on go. And at this present time, like I said right now, rest in peace, my brother. My deepest condolences. Right now, you got some beautiful, kids and grandkids. Like I told you right now, man, crime doesn't pay. If I can change, anybody can change. One love.
Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box, knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box, knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box, knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Who you know more realer, stories with more thriller. Spit real facts, who you know more chiller. Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box, knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Once upon a time not long ago in the streets of Brooklyn, Glaze had him shookin'. If he liked what you had, got took it. Give me gangsta moves, ran with some gangsta dudes. You know I'm Brooklyn dude, straight take you fool. Me get that real 50 Cent, fat cat and pep. Had blocks on live, BGG the movement. Here to make improvements. Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box, knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. You know more.
And notorious cocaine crack enterprise in the city. That being Howard Happy Mason and Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols.
NYPD rookie police officer was murdered, executioner style. And as I'm listening to that, I'm like, whoa.
You actually dealt with Brian Glaze, huh?
I dealt with him years ago, back in the 80s, early 90s. I was with he was arrested by my partner back in those days for several murders himself.
Not bad. I was given to me by a police officer in New York called Matt Byrne, whose son was gunned down by these drug dealers up there in New York City.
Glaze was probably within the top 10 people in the city, but I'm going to say that he was probably one of the top 2 or 3 in Brooklyn. Drug dealers, and controlled the drug organization.
And you know what I did? When I got the phone, I told my man, the next time we see him, he's out of here.
Yeah.
Less than 12 hours, that nigga was dead.
Is this the second person you murdered?
No. Because, like right now, if you're going by the timeline, by that time, there's a few more before him.
I heard so many good things about you. What I really like is, I know you're a tough guy. And I've known that for quite a while. And you changed your life, and you're coming around, and you're right. We're from New York. We're New Yorkers. No matter what color you are, no matter what religion you are, no matter what you are. We're New Yorkers.
Well, he was a drug kingpin himself. He was a drug lord himself back in those days, and he operated out of Brooklyn and East New York, and he committed a lot of violent acts himself. So if anybody knows the streets, he knows the streets.
Tottenham.
Yeah, you gotta worry about them guys. But we only have to worry about those guys in Vanderveer and stuff. You know, we all knew Glaze and Tottenham, all those guys.
Yeah.
I know Glaze, Supreme Team. What up, Glaze? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, inside the mind of the killer, the brain.
Supreme McGriff.
It was all a lie. They don't want you to transition. They want to keep you right where you're at.
Rapper 50 Cent was shot 9 times.
Speculation that the hit was ordered by Kenneth Supreme McGriff.
They made it up in order to be able to prosecute.
I remember talking to Breen. I don't know what you're doing. You're going to be on the front page of the paper.
Because I can't believe this nigga is firing a gun and they're going to open a fucking dispute about a check that I had nothing to do with.
A ruthless street empire.
What has become known as the Supreme Team.
All the sensational stories in the press.